I've been doing research on psychedelics for many years, and one compound that I find the most fascinating is something called 5-MeO DMT, which is 5-methoxy-NN-dimethyltryptamine. If you've heard of DMT, this is not what most people have heard of. If you heard of like Joe Rogan talk about it or something, this is not the same thing. It's a completely different substance with completely different effects. First reason revolves around the concept of ego. So the human ego, or our egos, are basically the main problem in terms of, it's the main reason, in my opinion, that keeps people from evolving and making progress. And the scary part is that majority of the people in the world don't even know that their ego is interfering with them. It's that subtle. That's the nature of the problem. That's why it's so hard to detect that your ego is responsible for keeping you from evolving, keeping you from progressing, etc. If you ever heard of like nothingness in Eastern philosophy or Buddhism and Taoism, 5-MeO DMT essentially makes you experience what nothingness is. It's the ultimate non-duality experience that exists on planet Earth, in my opinion. So basically, like 5-MeO DMT kills your ego, and I'm curious about how it interacts with the ego, number one, and number two, if I could learn something or gain from the experience of, just the whole experience, basically. I'm not sure exactly what the effects are. I've tried this before once, but I haven't, you have to go beyond a certain threshold dose to get the full effects of it. This substance is, like, in my opinion, arguably one of the, if not the most intense psychedelic known to mankind as of today, at least. It's not a recreational substance. It's not for amateurs. It's for serious people that are, either if you're curious about it or if you feel like you're called to kind of explore it a little bit more. I'll leave some resources below the video. Also, so this book is a decent start. It's called Toad of the Dawn. The guy who wrote it is Dr. Octavio Reddick, and he's the one that's going to be administering the medicine. Unfortunately, the medicine is illegal most of the world, which is why, amateur psychonauts like myself, I have to travel to Mexico to do it. If you read a lot of reports on people's experience of 5-MeO DMT, a common thread is that a lot of people have experienced death on it, meaning your ego literally believes that you're dying and starts panicking. So I think there's a lot of benefits to it, because if there's a way to simulate death and actually experience the process of dying without dying, and there's no danger, by the way, physiologically this stuff is very safe. I think there's a lot of benefits if you could simulate death, because if you could somehow experience death and feel the effects of it, chances are very high that you're going to appreciate life a lot more. Not that I don't appreciate life already, but I could probably, my guess is that I could get a new degree of appreciation. So those are the main reasons. I think that's a good overview. So hopefully you find it helpful. If you still have questions, feel free to let me know. I'll be happy to answer them.